In 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out on a dangerous expedition through the frozen Ural mountains of Soviet Russia. They were young, skilled, and prepared for the brutal wilderness ahead. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, the group planned to cross one of the harshest mountain regions on Earth. For them, this was adventure, a challenge, a test of endurance. But what happened next would become one of history's most terrifying unsolved mysteries. Originally, 10 hikers began the journey. But before reaching the most dangerous stage, one member turned back due to illness. That decision likely saved his life. The remaining 9 continued deeper into the icy mountains, toward a place known as Kholat Syakhl, or Dead Mountain, on February 1st. The hikers set up camp on the snowy slope. Night fell. Temperatures dropped far below freezing, and sometime in the darkness, something went horribly wrong. When search teams later found their campsite, the scene made no sense. Their tent had been cut open from the inside, not unzipped, slashed, as if the hikers were desperate to escape immediately. Inside the tent, their shoes, clothing, and supplies were still there. But the hikers were gone. Outside, footprints led away from the tent into the freezing wilderness. Some footprints showed some bare feet, meaning several hikers fled into deadly temperatures, half-dressed. Why would trained survivalists abandon shelter in sub-zero conditions without proper clothing? The answer only became stranger. Weeks later, the bodies were found. The first 2 lay beneath a tree line near the remains of a small fire. It appeared they had desperately tried to survive. 3 more bodies were discovered between the tree and the tent, as though they had attempted to return, but the final 4 were found months later, buried beneath deep snow in a ravine, and their injuries were terrifying. Some had crushed chests, others had fractured skulls. One woman was missing her tongue. Yet strangely, several showed little external trauma. It was as if immense force had struck them, without visible violence. Investigators were baffled. There were no signs of another attacker, no evidence of murder, no clear explanation, just questions. Then, the theories began. Some believed an avalanche forced them to flee, but critics argued the evidence didn't fully support it. Others suspected secret Soviet military experiments, perhaps involving weapons tests. Some even claimed strange glowing orbs were seen in the sky that night. Then there were theories of infrasound, powerful wind frequencies that may have triggered panic or psychological terror. And of course, the most chilling theories suggested something unknown lurked on Dead Mountain. In the end, the Soviet investigation closed with a haunting conclusion. The hikers died because of an unknown compelling force. Not murder, not certainty, just mystery. More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident still haunts the world. What terrified 9 experienced hikers enough to slash open their tent, run barefoot into a frozen nightmare, and die on Dead Mountain? Was it nature, a government secret, or something far more disturbing? What do you believe happened at Dyatlov Pass?